Hi everyone, I'm Megan. I'm a licensed hairstylist, certified clinical trichologist, and I also have a background in marketing. This combination means that I love looking beyond the label. I love asking, does the marketing actually match in the what's in the bottle? Because there's a million good products out there. It's just finding the one that really works for you or your client's hair. So hopefully from this video you can decide, is this worth my money and is this product I need? So I want to start with what this product was really designed for. This is the Nila Bond Builder. So it's a spray, it's a leave-in conditioner. But if you have highlighted hair, color treated, you use heat on your hair, or just hair that feels rough, it tangles easier, or breaks more than it used to, this is the person I think Nila had in mind when they were designing this. If your hair is completely healthy, virgin, or you rarely use heat, or you don't really go outside and your hair just it feels amazing, this probably isn't the product for you. You're probably not going to use a lot of the things that it's trying to accomplish. So I want to talk about what this product is actually doing. So an easy way to think about hair, we know that it's dead once it comes out of the scalp, but a really easy way is to think about hair as a fiber. So fine hair can be compared to silk, medium hair type, so it's a little bit thicker, can be compared to cotton rope, and then thick or coarse hair can be compared to wool. But all of that, like a rope, you've got fibers twisted in there. Healthy hair works the same way. So when you bleach or color hair, use heat, if you've brushed it aggressively, you've spent a ton of time in the sun, any of those things, those fibers naturally get weaker and weaker and they become a little bit rougher. The same as a rope that's fraying out, right? That's why bond builders exist. So, for example, Olaplex is famous because it was one of the strongest type of chemical bonds. It's called a disulfide bond. These bonds are heavily disrupted during bleaching and chemical services. So you're going in, we're pulling out that color, and you're just hitting it. So you can think of Olaplex as reinforcing some of the major support beams in a house after remodel. So we went down, we took out a wall, and we're gonna put in a beam so that that wall doesn't come crashing down. K18 kind of takes a different approach, uses a patent pending technology that's designed to interact with damaged keratin proteins. So those are the building blocks that make up the hair fiber itself. So instead of repairing one specific support beam, K18 is trying to enforce the damaged sections in the framework of a house. Now that we've kind of got a little bit of a background of what our hair is chemically and the other bond builders and what a bond builder does, let's look at Nila and what this does. So Nila, this is not another Olaplex or another K18. It's not a dupe. This is an all-in-one leave-in conditioner. So different approach entirely. This contains ingredients that are going to help condition the hair, amino acids that help support damaged hair. It has polymers in there that help smooth and protect the surface. And then it also has silicone, which is a really underrated product, especially for those of us with finer hair. Silicone does not just sit and build up on your hair, but for those that have fine hair and need a little bit of slip, it reduces friction, which is in turn going to reduce damage. There's also the other thing I love about this, and I was looking at it. So it not only goes in as a conditioner, I don't know if you can see too much in there. We'll put it, you can see it when you zoom on the product. But it's also a heat protectant and a UV protection. So we know why heat protection is important. So if we are just putting so much heat on that fiber, right, it's going to make it rougher, it's going to make it duller, and it's not going to be as good. A UV protection is something that everyone doesn't think about. We might think about it for our skin, but in terms of our hair, if we think about a patio set that's been sitting in the sun and those fibers, they get rougher, they get drier, they get more brittle. That can be the same thing with our hair. So having a UV protection is fantastic. I'm a big hiker. I love being outside. I love being on the water when I'm not in my salon. And I will spray a UV protectant on my hair, kind of the same as a sunscreen. And this spray can be used on wet or dry hair, which is awesome. So instead of just thinking about this as a bond builder, I think the best way to really think about this Maria Nila Bond Builder is that it's a multi-benefit leave-in treatment that is super light for your hair. So my fine hair girls that are always wanting volume and fighting that, this one is fantastic. I just used it earlier today and did a demo video of it. I have very fine hair. I always have it, and I can't use a ton of it. I was able to spray it in. I used about 9 spurts on my hair, and it's not feeling oily. It's not feeling weighed down, but it also doesn't feel like straw. And the hair actually feels really good for being this close to a haircut and enjoying a summer outside. So instead of just thinking about this as a bond builder, I think the best way to really think about this Maria Nila Bond Builder is that it's a multi-benefit leave-in treatment that is super light for your hair. So my fine hair girls that are always wanting volume and fighting that, this one is fantastic. I just used it earlier today and did a demo video of it. I have very fine hair. I always have it, and I can't use a ton of it. This I was able to spray it in. I used about 9 spurts on my hair, and it's not feeling oily. It's not feeling weighed down, but it also doesn't feel like straw. And the hair actually feels really good for being this close to a haircut and enjoying a summer outside. So as we think about this multi-benefit leave-in treatment, so you are getting some bond supporting technology. You also can use it as a heat protectant, a UV protection, some conditioning. It's going to make your hair easier to detangle. It's going to help reduce friction during brushing. This is one that I would recommend to my clients with little kiddos that brushing is just a nightmare, right? This would be one that could make that be a much better experience for both of them. And it's also going to give you smoother and shinier hair. So these benefits all work together to help reduce future damage, not just improve how your hair feels today. And I can say I really enjoy how it feels. I wasn't expecting it to feel that good from that lightweight of a leave-in. There is one thing that I always want people to understand. So hair is biologically dead once it leaves the scalp. We can improve its strength, we can improve the flexibility, manageability, and resistance to breakage, but there is no cosmetic product that can make severely damaged hair feel brand new again. What products like this do really well is they help damaged hair perform healthier hair. And after looking at the ingredient list, I really like Maria Nila. I think they did a nice job of balancing that conditioning with protection, as well as the weight of the product. It also doesn't just rely on one technology. Instead, it's using a comprehensive approach to help damaged hair feel smoother, stronger, and easier to manage. So who would I recommend this for? If you color your hair, if you highlight your hair, if you use heat on it regularly, and I would even include your air styling brushes, because this would help put a little bit of slip in there that would reduce some of that tension if you're outside a lot, or if your hair simply feels dry and fragile. This is an excellent everyday leave-in product. If you're expecting it to replace Olaplex or K18, you're looking at it in the wrong way. They're solving different problems. So again, not a dupe for K18 or Olaplex. This is a different maintenance product, which is fantastic.